Hello everybody, welcome to another random slash Q&A live stream. And hopefully nothing messes up, because again, I won't be screen sharing anyway. I'm like, now just a Twitter notification, because of course there's a Twitter notification. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So I just got back from visiting family, and as usual, it was boring. Again, that could explain why I was in a grumpy mood. So yeah, send the link out to different places. Okay, it's in my Discord server. Let me get my Seems every time I say Discord server, someone leaves. That seems to happen a lot. It's kind of funny, because then I'm like, yeah, it's not that interesting. We're not so active unless something happens and a role play goes kind of chaotic. So, yeah. Let's see who's YouTube signed out. Find my account. Let's see. Turn my noise off because, yeah. Okay, noise is off. I need a cushion. Give me a sec. I need a blanket anyway. I'm warm as it is. I know. Squeaky and squeaky. Squeak. What the heck am I even saying these days? Let's see who else I can send it to. Who else can I send it to in the Hangouts? No. These are probably just old contacts I just haven't talked to in a long time. Again, that usually happens. Then they message me, and I'm just like, huh, when was the last time that happened? Well, whatever. Oh. Nah. Could send it to Lefty. I could. Brad just got married yesterday. Oh yeah. Didn't you mention it on Twitter or something? Twitter, Damien Art, I forgot. But congrats. Surprised no notifications have popped up on Skype or anything. Well, then again, they popped up on my phone on the way here, but that's different. No, Devil Dog Leader. Let's see. Who else did I send it to? Why am I even worried about saying a link out? I mean, if this was a serious topic, I would send it to everybody, but nothing serious has been going on lately, so I don't own a Twitter. I do own a Google+. Oh, I don't use Google+. I get it's another version of Twitter or Facebook, but I'm like, if there's anything that's like Facebook, I do not use. It would be cool if Twitter had like games or something. That would be cool. That'd be cool, but then again, that was how I got into like the games on Facebook. I just find them, played the games, then the games had to be taken down because the companies got bankrupt, or they thought the games had not enough popularity that they had to shut it down. I don't think popularity should matter. It's like high school. I don't think popularity should matter. Because then again, you try and get popular, some stuff happens. You do stuff you don't want to do. Well, again, I never did it, so I mean, yeah, I remember being popular in high school, but it was for the wrong reasons. It was for the wrong reasons. Well, with the guys, it was for the wrong reasons. But yeah. wish there was a few games on Facebook that still stay. Like, there's one game I played for a few years, or something, and I don't get how that game's not gone, but Sims Social is gone, a nightclub game is gone, a game on vampires is gone, and the vampires one was not gone just because, oh, we have vampires in Twilight. But, you know, stuff like that. It was a cool game, though. It got kind of confusing sometimes, but it was fun. I don't know, you turned two people into vampires or something. You had to do battles, and you had to do, like, different games to level them up or something. Like, typical games where you have to level something up. It's kind of like the Walking Dead mobile game. I just wish in that game you didn't have to have the governor killed off. I mean, we still had Glenn, but I don't know if he gets killed off. He probably gets killed off anyway, because, you know, in the actual show, he's dead. Yep. So, yeah, that happens. Well, again, I played the game, like, a few years ago, so I think a little bit before we found out Glenn was going to be dead. I don't know if that was unexpected, considering we thought he died once, and then as soon as he gets, I don't know, whacked on the head with a baseball bat, we're pretty much like, yeah, this is not fake death, he's dead. I think, what other shows have I had? Well, Outlander, I think they had the villain we thought was dead, but then a season later, it turned out he was not dead. It turned out he somehow survived being trampled over by bulls while trapped under a door. That is like one thing that I was just like, how in the heck did he survive that? I know his actor was in Game of Thrones, but what? I don't know how long his actor was in Game of Thrones, like a few episodes. There's like a wedding night thing going on. And yeah, that's how it ended. We never saw him again. And there's a little bit of advice for voice acting. If you're gonna voice someone and you need to show more emotion, just wake yourself up first. Because I know an actress who always sounds like she's tired when she tries to play Celestia. Because she talks so monotone and slurs a little bit that I'm like, well, what are the laws like in England? I just know the gun laws, but you can still get guns. You just have to find an antique gun and somehow make it shoot. That's all I know. And I'm pretty much like, well, isn't that not a gun law then, if we don't have anything to do with preventing a gunshot wound going on? Well, again, the deaths we normally have are stabbings and a hammer to the head, or that could be just Ireland, because Ireland used to have that a lot. Or it could have been my sole excuse of a dad trying to scare me. He always tried to scare me. He was all, oh, look at the news. So a woman got hammered on the head, a guy got stabbed in an alleyway in the city, sort of thing. And I should have not believed him because the articles were a few years old. But yeah, whatever. So yeah, I mentioned on Twitter, Twitter and DeviantArt, the divorce thing from my parents is finally final. Like a year, and it is final, thank goodness. But in a few weeks it will be. I don't know, it wasn't said how many weeks, but that's just it. I'm actually, okay, normally you would feel sad that your parents are getting divorced. Normally, you would feel sad if your parents got divorced or something. Me, I'm actually glad because it had to happen. But I already explained why, but I'm not going to repeat it. So, overprotective father, he was more verbally abusive. I would say he was kind of overprotective and he was very paranoid. Like, he wouldn't allow me to eat sweets. He wouldn't allow me to eat them. Ate any sweets as soon as I became a teenager. He was all, oh, guess what? You're eating a biscuit. Oh, you're gonna get type 2 diabetes, sort of thing. And I'm just thinking, it's a biscuit. One biscuit. That's not gonna give me type 2 diabetes. And also, I need sweets when I'm cranky. Because otherwise I'm cranky and I'm like, I have nothing to eat. I got nothing to drink either. I don't mean alcohol. I don't really care about alcohol. You know, coming from an Irish person, people are just gonna go, huh, an Irish person not caring about drinking, that's very unusual. I'll be just like, it's not unusual. I've known people from where I'm from, in Ireland, who do not care about drinking at all. Like they've had like one cider, like non-alcoholic cider, but that's just it. I think at one point someone actually got like a really strong drink and they claimed that they blacked out and then they didn't remember what happened. But yeah. I mean, if there's another country you wanna stereotype for drinking, go to Scotland. Because they're known to drink a lot, and the Australians too. Because, yeah, there are other countries that you can make fun of for drinking. I remember there's a Scottish, there's a Scottish comedian I used to watch who would do that. Like, at one point he went to Australia, and he actually, like, made fun of them for alcohol, and it was actually really funny, and everyone laughed. He's a great comedian, though. Sounds like White Lightning. I do not know who White Lightning is. So. Yeah. I should be writing Heartbreak's origin story. I'm nearly done with it. I just need to get the part where I buy the choker instead of a pendant. I buy a choker, then it's just like, huh? What does this read? Blah blah blah. Red smoke. And it's just like, yeah, I'm for a pendant or something, whatever. Sort of thing. La-di-da, becomes a part of me. Until a year later. Stuff like that. Because we know what happens after a year later. We know what happens in a year later when it comes to heartbreak. Like at some point she got separated from me from a spell gone wrong. Then and Envy Flames, who's another form of me, she somehow got separated from that spell, but we don't find out until another roleplay that my friends and I are doing. My friend should have a fanfic based on it. And let's just say Envy Flames likes cupcakes. She likes cupcakes and cookies and cake while she's trying to help out one of her I would say co-workers, but that doesn't sound very villainous or anything. So like basically her co-workers, like one of them she gets along with. She gets along with two of them, but she hates one of them. Like every time the one that she hates keeps talking, she just wants to make an ice pun or a fire pun because she's known to do that. Where it's just like, hey, got snow in your ears? I think I'm going deaf, sort of thing. Like instead of cotton in your ears, it's snow in your ears because get it? It's ice. Because Envy just likes to make puns when she likes to tick others off. Then it's just like, oh, did someone say cookies, anybody? Does someone want cookies? Like at one point it's like, oh, I've been told that there's a bun in the oven, so this is like another villain. It's like, huh, I'm told there's a bun in the oven, and then it's just like, oh, I think you mean cupcakes. I've been making cupcakes a lot lately. We've been making a lot of cupcakes. It's just like, yeah, we've been making muffins and cupcakes. That's what we meant. Ding! Oh, cupcakes! So I think Envy is kind of a comedic villain a little bit. Well, she's a minion, But she is still a villain because there's like one part where Heartbreak actually catches her and like wraps her up in chains. For an hour, she's rolling back and forth, sort of thing, and she's just like, okay, I swear, once these chains get off me, I am gonna come to my friends, and say, why did you help me in the first place? Sort of thing. I do not know what type of voice to give Envy, but I wouldn't want it to be a shouting one, even though she's based on my anger. She's actually based on my anger, because, despite the name Envy, it's not because of when I get envious she appears, it's when the boiling point of anger starts. So when I'm cranky, when someone decides to tick me off, sort of thing. Like, if someone ticking me off, that's most likely to happen. So if I had to do a dramatic reading for the sequel of Fallen Petals, yeah, there's got to be a sequel to it, which is that roleplay I mentioned. I don't know what type of voice to give Envy, but I'll figure it out. I don't know what voice to give the other ones. Well. I mean, the singing may not be as bad to you, but it is to me. Because it happens every damn day. But then again, I think I'd rather stay at my dorm than at my family's, because I got nothing to do at my family's. Like, I could go on my MacBook, but I can't play games, because the games lag a lot, and Steam really needs to upgrade where, if you have the same account, the same stuff should be saved also onto your other computers instead of, like, not at all, because that was how I lost progress to the game We Need to Go Deeper. That was how I lost my progress, because I had to switch to another iMac because the other one broke. I went to go on Steam, I had to start again. It's not Sims 4 or anything where that can happen. Like, I think all game platforms should have that, where even if you switch a device, you're still going to get the same save stuff. Like, that should happen, but I don't get why they don't have that. That is questionable. But then there should be, like, something like reset the save stuff so you can start again. Like, you can do that with Nintendogs and Cats. In Nintendogs, I think Animal Crossing and stuff like that. But yeah. I really should have gotten myself a drink, but I wasn't given any water. I could just get myself some water from the tap or something, maybe. You know, actually, I'll do that right now. Let me grab a bottle. Hold on. Alright. Got myself a little bit of water, at least. I could just open my window, but I don't want to be mean and start causing a ruckus. Then again, the same thing happened with when I was living with family over the summer. It was the same thing. If I was in a call and because I have a loud voice, we don't want the window open because we don't want anybody to suspect stuff. At the end, ThinkPads are worse with games that are not pre-installed. Again, I've never used a ThinkPad and I don't think I know what it is, but hey, unless it's like a new device, I just never pay attention. So, okay. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I just want to go. I just want to do that bit. I don't know what's with my voice. That's not the voice I'm giving Envy. I'm not going to give her like a squeaky, pitched voice. I mean, I think she'd be screaming all caps. Every time someone ticked her, she'd be like, "Oh, really? Come at me. I may be a hothead, but come at me," sort of thing. Because she's got flames for hair, so it kind of makes sense. She's called a flame head or a hothead, and she's like, "Yeah, I admit I'm a hothead. Get used to it." That's what she's like. She's a little bit like Heartbreak, except she and her do not get along. Because when they get the first encounter since being separated, it's basically like, "Oh yeah, I've seen you before. What should we do? Like, are we gonna do something or what?" Then it's very anticlimactic because Emmy gets wrapped in chains and she's rolling about. Like, she's rolling about like, "Okay, you better get these chains off me, please." Hydrazilla. Hello, Hydrazilla. Dark would also appear in it. But it uses like a same sort of spell that's gonna be in a fanfic. Basically it's like a spell. It's like a spell that drains you of your colors. So Envy almost loses her powers at this point until I forgot what happened actually. I forgot what happens. I think Heartbreak just doesn't have the patience, and she's just like, "Oh, this is going nowhere." Sort of thing. This is going nowhere. Come on. Sort of thing. Oh, my throat. I got a message on my phone there. Maybe I did. Probably not. But eh. Then again, university connection sucks. Especially when it's off the Wi-Fi. Usually off the Wi-Fi is all fine. But nope. You're off Wi-Fi. You'll have an easier time on Skype. You have an easier time on Skype, but when you have the Wi-Fi on, Skype takes so long to send a message. Then I'm like, I'm confused. Let's see. You know, the CuriousCat.me sort of thing? It's kind of an interesting website. It's not the best because I rarely get anything on it. But, oh well. It's a... Hold up. Alright. Oh, that got a message, so just need to answer it. Yeah, Spell's just like, "Oh yeah, I like to make some edits to the script," and I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead, because I don't know how to write you properly." And I don't know how to write you. Yeah, I'm going fine. I'm doing fine, just kind of tired. So I don't look tired, but I actually am. I'm just trying my best not to sound like it. And I just did. Great. Okay, well, shut up in the next room. Well, kitchen, still. Well, then he did change the lines a little bit in the "Let's Get the Arrow Out of Sparrow" thing. So, yeah. Oh yeah, if you want to see the full version of "Let's Get the Arrow Out of Sparrow," you might as well look at Sparrow's reaction to it. Because the re-upload version cut some parts out because I had to, but yeah, his reaction is still funny because he's like, "Oh, she is a side effect. Oh no." Okay. Alright, need my earphones because Sparrow's gonna join. I do not want to get noise complaints, so hold up. Off, just stupid earphones. Oh yeah, should I change the title to "With Sparrow"? But then again, last time I did it, he was already in the stream, so no. Nope. copy using a link. Cute. So just invite him for a bit. And apologies to anybody who wants to join the stream but during the chat. I apologize if I don't want to add you. I'm sorry. It's just I don't want. It's not a live stream with friends. I would have done one this week, but this weekend, like I said I would. But because recent stuff came up, I decided to call it off until, I don't know, the next time I can do it. Because, yeah. So, yeah, if you looked at my Twitter, Debbie, not you get what I'm talking about. And just to say, no news has come up. Hopefully soon, but none has come up. So, no worries. Let's try not to worry. Okay. Shop for the best. He's gonna be here he'll be in soon. He just has to do something. As usual. I got life of a narrator. So about the new stuff, don't ask me if there's anything new, like has there been an update or anything. There's been no updates. So the only time I'll announce stuff, me and some friends would announce stuff, is only when I think we've resolved the issue. So when we resolve the issue, or when we get the news, like we get the result, stuff like that. So because we don't want to announce something like, oh my god, this is good news, but then it turns out like hours later it's bad news. We don't want to do that because, you know, killjoy. I've had that before where someone goes, oh my god, did you hear that? Oh really? And that's like a few hours later I wake up and I'm like, oh, great. So nothing needs to come up. It's fine anyway. I mean, I'm still kind of worried, but I'm trying not to be because I got stuff to focus on, stuff like that. I don't want to worry myself too much. Is there anything? There's nothing new coming up. My channel. I'm still trying to get that fanfic done. Put it to DeviantArt. Link it on Twitter, and I need to redesign my element. I have an element, but I need to redesign it. So it's gonna be the same shape, but I'm gonna change the color of it. I'm gonna change it to green instead of pink, because first off, pink is not my color. It's not my color at all. Pink's not my color. Green has always been my color. A reddish color would be also good. A black color. Don't know if there's any other colors that suit me. I'm more into like dark colors anyway. I wouldn't say gold suits me. Even though I like the color, it doesn't suit. So I'm liking fan dubs and stuff like that. I actually looked at a fan dub a few days ago, and I did not realize it was a fan dub. Like, the voice acting was that good that I thought, oh, maybe the voices got pitched up a little bit because copyright and because it's Disney. I was just like, huh. And I see fan dub in the title later on. I'm like, this is a fan dub? It's one of the best I've seen. If you're wondering which scene I'm referring to on Disney, it's the scene with Esmeralda and Phoebus. The part where they're kind of having like a sort of fight in the cathedral. And we know they're falling for each other at that point. Why is it always a fight goes on? A fight like that goes on, someone falls in love. That is not how I've fallen in love with anybody. There's no, we take out a machete, we take out a sword, we take out a butcher knife, a fight breaks out, and it's like staring to each other's eyes, and it's like, sort of thing. I remember Strange Magic, a film I haven't seen in a long time, actually had that, where a fight breaks out and they're actually falling in love, and it looks more like a playful sort of fight, even though their kinds really don't like each other. I think the kinds don't like each other, or it's because the girl's in a place that she's not supposed to be. So I haven't seen the film in a long time. People don't like it, and it took 12 years to get the animation done. I think George Lucas made it for his daughters. That was it. Like, his daughters were young at the time, so he was just going to make a film. He was kind of making a film for them, and I have to say, it was pretty well done. I might review it, but I've seen people do reviews, and they're always bad. And I'm just like, why do people hate the film? Is it because the stories are kind of cliche a little bit? You do realize it's a kid's film. Right? Kids' films always have cliches. And it gets annoying after a while. Like, I might watch the film Ants, then do a review on it along with A Bug's Life, because I don't think A Bug's Life is that similar to Ants. Like, DreamWorks claimed that A Bug's Life is very similar to Ants, and I'm like, first off, the scenes are not the same. Ants, it's more like a therapy session scene going on that starts it. Bug's Life, it's the ants gathering the food. So for the villains in this, the villains are basically torturing them to get food. Ants, I do not know. I think there's an ant who's a villain. So, not that similar. They came out the same year. I think A Bug's Life came out second. Well, Ants came out first. I would do a review on it and just go, DreamWorks, the only time you ever complain to your rivals in the animation industry is if you ask them to do something and they don't give credit and claim it as their own. That is when you take action, because that's basically copyright. And I can't tell which animation is good, Ants or A Bug's Life. I get A Bug's Life is kind of childish looking because, you know, kids, and it's Pixar. I'm not going to say Disney Pixar because I don't like saying it. And Ants, I think it's got a little bit more adult look to it. I kind of wish it was hand-drawn because I have never seen, in the 90s, DreamWorks using CGI. A CGI 3D animation or something. And I'm like, I preferred it when DreamWorks were hand-drawn, even though it looked very Disney. I'm surprised Disney didn't go up to them and go, oh, you copying our animation style? It's time for a battle. Like, no one cares these days if your animation is the same. Oh, hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. No, sorry.
Oh, you got your haircut.
Yes, finally.
Aw, but I preferred the old one.
No.
What? I'm upset at you.
You just only liked it because it was, because it made me miserable.
No, it made you look nice, and that's shipping going. I'm going. Can't wait.
It had to be cut. Whoa. But yeah, there is some lines in that script that
need changing. I did say you can change the lines.
Well, there's one at the end that's mine, and it doesn't make any sense, honestly.
I know. I know.
So I'm gonna have to probably change it to, I guess, something that does make sense. I really don't know.
You know me. I make no sense. I'm not Discord, but I make no sense anyway.
Okay, then.
What? Discord sometimes makes no sense. You know, what is life when making no sense? Or something like that.
But why at the end, when you... Gotta think about this for a second. When you ate the cake, that's it. You pretty much say, once you say that it was a love potion, first thing that comes to my mind is like, Why did that come to my mind of all things?
Okay, and you're gonna question why I didn't remember a love potion got spiked in the cake. You know me, my memory goes bad after a few seconds. I forget the simplest things, like, this cake got a love potion. I'm not eating this.
Same thing with me.
I mean, I was gonna put that scene where I accidentally put a love potion in your coffee instead of a sleeping potion. That would have been funny.
So you don't like this haircut?
Nah, I'm not into that sort of haircut on anybody.
Well, I like it because
Yeah, it's so even.
My hair's up my ears. It's not driving me crazy.
Because it's so even.
It's not driving me crazy. So that's what I'm happy about. Shut up, chair.
So yeah, like I was saying a bit earlier, I might do a review on 2 films, like, because the companies kind of got into a feud just because maybe one of the films was very similar to the other, and I will explain why they're not. Because everyone forgets. No ants and A Bug's Life. I do not think they're that similar. DreamWorks were just paranoid.
Yeah, I've forever since I've seen both films.
I only saw Ants.
I remember Ants was a very much more PG film rather than A Bug's Life, even though A Bug's Life had some pretty nasty scenes.
I think Ants was a lot more mature than A Bug's Life, to be honest.
Well,
I think there was an on-screen death in Ants, but the deaths in A Bug's Life, they're off-screen.
Well, pretty much the princess, it's kind of the opposite of A Bug's Life. He just goes outside the princess who wants a life, kind of like the princess in Aladdin, Jasmine.
Yeah. And also, I think the starting scenes especially are not that similar. Ants is like a therapy session going on. Bug's Life, the ants are just gathering food for the grasshoppers. And who's best villain? Hopper.
Hopper. Because he knows how to fool them.
It was funny because I know who voices him. So at one point I'm like, okay, who voices him? Because I must know Kevin Spacey.
Are you trying to say that I'm stupid? Do I look stupid to you?
He was great. Last time I saw him play a villain was 7. Except he didn't appear. He didn't make a physical appearance until near the end, where he comes into a train station all covered in blood and stuff like that. I'm like, how is anybody not freaking out about that? Unless it's like, it's just red paint.
I think I've heard about this before. Just don't recall.
No, basically he comes. He's after one of the detectives for a reason.
7 Deadly Sins.
So he goes to one of the detectives for a reason that's explained at the end, and it's tragic. He comes in, blood on the hands, blood on a white T-shirt, and it's like, hey, detective, like, nice to see ya, or something like that. And people are like, what the heck? I'm like, guys, can we get more of a reaction, like screaming? I'd freak out if Kevin Spacey came in covered in blood, or I'll be like, no, it's just red paint. It's just red paint. And then I'm like, oh crap, it is blood.
Yeah, it's kind of remind me of that scene from Scream.
I have not seen the Scream movies, but I know one scene.
Well, it's the scene where the killer is revealed. God, it's been forever since I've seen the first movie. I believe it is.
I just know the scene where it goes, what's your scary movie? That's the only scene I know.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I got none, I'm going! Oh yes, Danger actually...
It's the call at the beginning of the movie.
Danger actually made a video with, like, Heartbreak's Factors. And, well, not his factors, because he's supposed to be the guy who's playing Scream. Well, Heartbreak is basically the victim in this. And she would get scared at this point, where it's like, oh yeah, what's your scary movie? Oh, it's Scream. And then she's like, hang up!
Okay, another line that I saw kind of was weird was the first one. My first one. Because you say what I look like, but yet I'm behind a door. How would you see what I look like?
Well, I mean, Heartbreak, I think there's like a keyhole there somewhere. She's like, oh yeah, who is it? She like
obvious. Like that's how I put that. That's how I put that.
Yeah.
Like,
who else?
Is it obvious? Do you just want me to sound ticked off or something like that? Because here's the thing. In the era I was supposed to sound ticked off.
I don't know. I think you're just acting normal. I'm like, I'm getting a bit suspicious here.
Gosh, am I always angry?
Yes. Considering the arrow went to your head and must have hit your brain a tiny bit, that must have spiked something.
I'll kill you, romance.
You don't scare me.
Oh crap, I don't.
It's only my demon voice.
At the end part where on the line that I said makes no sense when it says "Listen up, leprechaun" or something like that.
Listen up.
I started doing that line, like just practicing, and I went, "Listen here, leprechaun." You know, I went like that. Was like, okay, I'm not trying to kill her. Don't kill her.
No, you're not
here to kill her.
You're not here to kill a friend. You're just.
I'm trying to just be smug here. Not trying to kill her.
What is October?
Not eat her liver with a side of lava beans. There was a reference to that in the season finale.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, for Heartbreak, the part where she's supposed to run off screaming. I'm not gonna do her scream. I'm gonna use the sound effect I have for that just to make it more funny.
But did you catch that reference? But did you catch that reference in the season 8 finale?
Oh, I haven't seen it fully yet. I will.
Well, it ended yesterday.
I know how it ends, but I haven't seen it yet.
A lot of people were shocked.
I was like, seriously?
Close the villain? No crap, Sherlock. It's nothing that the fact that her cutie mark is a rook, something stands for a mischievous little crap, to her behavior, her tendency to want to make things better, but ends up making them worse. Red flag, red alert, comes into the season unannounced. Red alert.
And considering she's appeared out of nowhere in a few episodes, you think something's up.
Yeah, there's a lot of especially at the end of What Lies Beneath. Look at her face. Listen to the music. Dun, dun, dun. Like it goes immediately from happy to evil. Immediately. You know she's the villain, and then you're like, okay, that just clarified it. You just don't know what kind of role she plays. And what role she plays in the season finale, you don't see it coming.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You don't see it coming at all. At all. It's a shocker.
Oh, did I just hear her niece in the background?
Yeah, that's her. She had sleep
again. I'm almost done with Heartbreak's origin story. It's okay. I mean, the part where I buy the choker, I keep thinking it's going to be like, look, sir, I don't know what's going on, but I have like 100 bits here. I do not know what to spend them on. What's the most expensive thing you got? It's like, man, it's just this choker I got from some random pony. And I'm like, usually I'll take stuff like that next where I'm taking it. There's like, what is this inscription on it? Heartbreak pops up in a red puff of smoke and just like, well, I'm finally freed. Guess it's time for world domination then. What in the heck? Okay. Did she like fuse this into me? Because that was what happened. And then at some point she got separated from me because the spell went wrong.
Gotta keep them separated.
Then my other evil side also got separated somehow, and she's a villain in a role play. Well, she's sort of a villain, but she's kind of like the one who gets angry, very angry easily. But at the same time, she's like, does anyone want cupcakes? Cookies? Cupcakes? Cake? Muffins? Anybody? Then one minion, she's actually getting along, she's close with. She's just like, there's like, oh yeah, what's this I hear about a bun in the oven? It's like, oh, she means cupcakes! You want any?
Nice.
And then they're like, yeah, that's what she meant, cupcakes. And it's just like, really? And then as soon as like the minion says like baby, because we know what's going on, and it's like, wait, did she say what she thought I said? But Envy's like, no, she said shady. It's just like, yeah, shady, that's what I meant. That's a reference to an OC I made.
Well, pretty much, I I am wondering if I should like be kind of like a Nicolas Cage, like just overact something that's not supposed to even be overact. Maybe it'll give you a good idea. Like at the part that I'm talking about. Listen here, leprechaun.
Or should I call this
Because these remind me of like those like 5 minute sitcoms that I used to watch back on Cartoon Network.
Oh yeah.
These are so nostalgic.
Yep. Oh yeah, it was really funny because I watched A Bug's Life a few days ago while staying with family. My mom and I, we were like, "Oh, this scene. Remember, we used to act like this scene, sort of thing."
Oh god.
We actually did it again. It was so funny. I'm like, this is too funny. Basically, it's like that part where there's two bugs at a light. It's like, no, don't go into the light. This like,
Oh,
but I can't
that
help
light,
it.
that light,
It's
the,
so
the kill light.
beautiful.
So pretty.
Oh, let's see the AH. Oh, hey, haven't seen you in a while.
I mean, the only
If it's the fanfic cupcakes, I'm gonna need a trash can. No, okay, Envy may be evil, but she's not into that sort of thing.
okay, the only actual like scene that I can remember very well from A Bug's Life, I was kind of caught up on it not far long ago, but only real legit scene that I can remember off the top of my head is that scene between the princess and him going, "Are you saying that I'm stupid? Do I look stupid to you?"
Oh yeah,
I remember the bloopers at the end of the movie, like how they kept messing up.
Yeah.
I like that they took that into the animation as well, made into the character, because you've got to think these voice actors mess up. Sure, they've got good careers, but they mess up. They have to mess up.
I remember when I found out Kevin Spacey was playing as Hopper, I was basically like, he is such a good actor.
Well, it's kind of like I didn't know Dracula from Hotel Transylvania was voiced by Adam Sandler
Really?
ever until like the second movie. I'm like, that's who voices him? What? You're kidding me. That does not sound like Adam Sandler to me. He was one of my favorite comedy, actors.
I still
You
need
expect him to be in
what
a family film.
what script I still need to get is when you put an arrow into my head. I'm calling it Sparrow's Revenge.
What is touching your microphone?
What's touching my microphone?
Yeah, I keep hearing like over
Nothing.
Like something's rubbing against your microphone, like maybe your hair.
That's probably just that's probably just that piece of paper I'm using for a mic pad.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. God, that's loud.
I don't hear anything. You must be crazy.
Oh, bull.
Has Pennywise gotten to you?
I don't know, bro.
Oh, I almost hit my head. God.
Nice.
Oh, my head.
But Mark introduced me to the filters on like Facebook call thing, the messenger call option.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
filters like they have on Instagram, I believe. Oh my God, there's a clown one, and I look just like Pennywise. I'm not doing Tim Curry's one because that's so raspy.
Sparrow, be glad in the next skit. Be glad I mentioned a few of the fics you read.
Mm-hmm. I saw that.
I like that Heartbreak would just get annoyed by that, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm being biased. Deal with it.
Only you're putting them as books. When I didn't write them, I just read them. Well, on Mark's my work, but Wanna Play and what was the other one? Shoot.
The Double.
The Double. Those weren't written by me. One was written by a guy named Goat Liquor, and another one was written by another dude named
every time you see my
Opium
OC
Tea or something like that.
Well, every time my OC's in a room, there's always got to be a book somewhere. Even if it's books not for kids, but hey, gotta put something 18 plus so I don't die.
I'm kind of glad that I didn't read it.
Yeah.
Now I'm so glad I didn't read it because, yeah, the ending. At least to the kids' side of the book. Considering what they do with Beverly, yeah.
And I just realized
That's
how
beyond 18 plus.
yeah, I just realized how overdue one of the scripts is going to be. I'm going to put a disclaimer. Go. Yeah, this was written before. This was all said before Heartbreak Ourselves Married. They rescheduled the whole thing.
Yeah,
they already took a few names off. They already took like three names off the list. It was like, nope, don't trust him. I already threatened him with a bazooka if he comes near me. That's it. It turns out Heartbreak really doesn't like someone that I don't like. She threatened him with a bazooka, but they're like, no, come at me then.
she is part of you.
It's like, well, come at me then. And it's just like, nah, forget it.
When I was actually reading the script, I actually came up with a Jacksepticeye.
Top of the morning to ya.
I was reading a part, and it was when I switched the things. To imitate the sound of like switching them around. I went like, top of the morning to you laddies.
Yeah, Kitty
Even funnier because it's Irish.
Oh yeah, I remember at one
Jack
point.
is.
I remember at one point when I was watching a Simpsons clip on YouTube, there's at one point where Mr. Burns actually says top of the morning. I'm like, oh my god!
Top of the morning to you.
Mommy!
But I'm actually thinking about doing that line, like, sinister-like, because, I don't know, that's just me. Like, sometimes I'll just randomly go into an evil voice because it's fun. Like, that's not hard for me at all. It might sound hard, but it's actually just going a little bit more deeper to my voice.
I remember with the script for the one where you put an arrow in my head, the only reason Heartbreak is cranky as heck is because she's like, look, I want to get my wedding done as soon as possible. I've got this list going. Where it's just like, how about you shut up? I'm trying to write here. Nope. Take him off. Is it just guys you just ticked off? Yeah.
Like that voice is actually not that hard to do. It's only dropping like one octave. Well, technically be an octave. Yeah, that's I think an octave or maybe a pitch. I don't know. That's just literally dropping one pitch.
I like that the only time in that script I panic is because I forgot biscuits, then I realized I don't have any.
When my voice, if you go up on it, it sounds a little bit, I don't know, that's not bumbly, but this is Bumble. If you go up about two. Go about two higher, and then you got Bumble. Bluebud's kind of like half down.
I like that anything I do, I'm being very suspicious. Like, okay, I want to do some archery. Is it archery outside? No, I got my own here. Okay, let me just get this arrow in. Okay, hold yourself still. You're right behind me, aren't you? Oh, for the love of...
Yeah, Blue Blood, in my voice, it's more of just kind of a, mumbly kind of voice. It's very much like that. And then you just go down a little bit, and it just sounds like that.
I like that. At one point, I don't know why. One of the lines I did, one of the lines I have, I keep wanting to go like, okay, you better sit the heck still and just sit there. I can imagine like a dentist sort of thing going on where I'm like, okay, just sit still and let me just get on with this. Try anything, you are dead. Yeah, whatever. I'm not scared of you.
Darling.
You say that word, the shipping's increasing by 9,000. I think it already has.
Yes, darling. That was Pegasus-esque. Yes, you keep on. You want to play some card games and lose your soul?
Let's see.
I realized that my voice is very much like Goody Serenades.
It is. YouTube account.
Demonic, kind of in the same tone range.
I like that at one point you use telekinesis just to fling a glass of water behind me, and it's like, whoa, when did you have magic? It's called telekinesis. When did you have telekinesis? I must have told you and you forgot.
I facepalmed it. I'm like, and then it says facepalm, like, oh.
Whoa.
Well, okay then, I guess that's a thing.
I like that you even call me a name, and I'm like, excuse me?
Listen up, you little leprechaun. I'm stronger than you. There's nothing you can do about it.
I can just lock you in a cage. Magic-proof cage. You know, no telekinesis
I'll
allowed.
get Spawn. You want to hear Spawn?
Okay.
Spawn will ruin you.
Well, I bet you ruined me. Well, you ruined me. You put an arrow in my head, and that just sounds wrong altogether.
You're not the only one with a dark side.
I have two of them. One of them screams all caps at times. The other got separated from me, and she still hates me.
Look at either my Skype or my Twitter username. Mine is a darkness incarnate. She gets out. Yeah, good luck getting her back in.
And by the way, it turns out Heartbreak and my other evil side, Envy, and then Envy Flames, they really don't like each other. They've never liked each other. Because there's one point in a roleplay where it's going to be an interrogation scene.
Also, don't forget, I can get inside of your mind by just reading your mind.
Oh.
By just reading your mind,
Go to the deeper part, I will murder you!
I can control you and make you brain dead. I can control you to
You did that one time. You did that when I pulled that arrow out of your head.
Well, I'll take that.
I had nightmares!
Enjoy the grim, dark romance.
Let's see.
Trying to escape.
I like when you did that in the Let's Get the Arrows bar, like let the grim dark begin. I'm like, why am I getting Game of Thrones vibes or Dracula Untold ones here? Because Dracula Untold ended with let the games begin.
Let the game begin.
I'd be like, board games?
Oh.
No, that's more like Envy Flames, because she will make any sort of pun. She's called a flamehead by others, and she's like, yeah, I'm a flamehead, deal with it. I'm a hothead as well.
I'd like to see her against either Thomas or Mark.
I don't think they're gonna find her scary, even though she's got flames for hair.
I mean, as far as the pun part, because Mark and Thomas, even me, are terrible at it anymore. Like Thomas was, it's like Thomas claimed like the ending to season 8, like this. It was a civil war, and I said, I don't know, she's civil enough.
It's funny because in the Welcome Princess Lightbreeze chat, I think Snoopy's gonna write a fanfic on this one, like a Halloween sort of special. Envy Flames makes a lot of puns with the one minion she hates. The other she's fine with, but the other who's kind of stupid, where at one point he yells at her, she's like, huh, you got snow in your ears? Because I think you did hear me! Like, she takes out a megaphone and just go, I get deaf or something! And it's just like, I'm not deaf. Like, I'm not deaf anyway. Oh, really? Because you didn't understand a word I said. Icy? Because they're called, because she calls them icy, she has to make snow puns. Like, at one point, it's like, huh. Like, she calls him icicle, and it's like, hey, guess what? He is an icicle. He's just not the sharpest one here. No wonder he's not that scary. Ha!
Oh,
like NP just makes a lot of bad puns, even on herself at times. Which is like, huh? You call me a hothead, literally. Because she points to her hair, like.
Well.
Yeah, and it turns out at one point she almost loses her powers because she's getting interrogated by Heartbreak and her fiance. Her fiance actually uses dark magic on her, like draining her of her colors. She almost loses her powers at that point. Where it's just like, okay, that's it. Let's wrap her up in chains. And she's like rolling about for an hour, like, oh, is anybody gonna help me? Oh, they see me rolling. Wait, nobody's seeing me rolling. They aren't hating. I'm just feeling dizzy. Feels like I drank too many ciders.
See me rolling.
I need to listen to that full song.
That's so old.
Good song though.
Yeah. I prefer the parody actually. It's seen me mowing my front lawn. So white and nerdy, yeah. That was such a big thing back in the day when it first came out. I think that was the first one that Weird Al ever came out with. Two of my favorites were let me think about this. Amish Paradise and yeah, White and Nerdy.
I think at one point Envy must have done this pun because she has flame powers. One minion is immune to flames. It's basically immune to flames, even though they're made out of ice. She's just like, guess what? You got yourself a ring of fire. Right, my work is done. My work is done. I'll just go back to my spot. Okay. That she always does that. When she's supposed to be a guard, because me and a few others get captured and put into Tartarus, basically, and the villains all reside in Tartarus. And there's one part where she's just like, "Will you prisoners shut the hell up? I'm trying to relax here, and your voices are making me crazy."
Speaking of Tartarus,
and they're just like, "Really? Are you that angry enough?" "No, I'm just annoyed."
Considering the season 8 finale has officially aired, I don't feel like spoilers are a big problem anymore.
Yeah.
If you don't want to see spoilers, don't come to people who've seen the season finale, sort of.
Yeah. The problems with social media.
They actually go to Tartarus, which in My Little Ponies universe is the hell.
And I thought life was already hell.
I mean, seriously, they travel to hell.
Yeah.
Now, I actually did not expect to see all the things that were in there. Like, not all of them are evil, by force or by choice. The cockatrice is actually a creature that's like Medusa.
Yeah. Medusa.
It's not its fault. The bugbear, yeah, it can be locked up. What else was in there? I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah, the chimera. Yeah, that thing's mean. But again, not by choice, not by a force or anything like that. It's evil by nature. So that's what it's designed to do.
Oh, yeah, there's one thing I said earlier. Why is it with films, couples that are meant to be together at the end, why is it when they have a fight, that is when the romantic stuff pops in? Because I have not fallen in love, having a sword fight with anybody.
But pretty much, I really thought they were going to pull a season 5 thing again at the end. I'm like, main 6, haven't you? Thank you for stopping that. But do you know who she was actually, who Cozy Glow was actually improvising? You know what her reference was? Do you know the reference?
Yes. Cats and dogs?
Cats Don't Dance. That's one of them. But there's a dead reference to her behavior.
I was going to say Baby Doll from Batman animated series, but no.
Professor Umbridge, Dolores Umbridge.
Oh my.
Look at her. She's pink. What color of coat did Umbridge wear?
Pink.
Pink. She's got this thing around her neck that looks like the Slytherin locket, Salazar Slytherin's locket. She takes control of an entire school. Dumbledore's army, Twilight's army, the Student Six, the CMC, and I think, and yeah, the school eventually turns against her because her, plan is foiled. The only reason she was able to get Starlight into where she was because she basically was out of magic, and that's her main resource.
All right, just to say something out of topic, if you're looking forward to episode 4 of Cutland Chronicles, which I am trying to get the script done, be prepared for maybe a possible dark scene. Because I don't usually put dark stuff into any of the episodes, but be prepared for one.
Romance. What do I narrate?
You don't narrate.
What do I narrate, though?
None? Oh.
What do I narrate on my channel?
Grimdark.
Should I have a problem with dark stuff?
I was saying it to everybody, dimwit.
Oh.
You.
We're live, remember?
So?
That's kind of swearing in a way.
But I didn't say anything, did I?
Okay, then. Back.
You're mean.
I know.
No, I don't understand why. I understand why. Maybe because I've been brain dead a few times.
But there's also a dead reference to this was very Harry Potter based because one, there's a line that's a dead reference to Chamber of Secrets. Students must be sent home. I'm afraid this is the end of Hogwarts. They say something like that in the episode. Like, that's a dead reference to Chamber of Secrets.
And I thought the last finale we had gave me Harry Potter vibes.
No, that was more Suicide Squad. Wait a
I
minute.
don't know. I don't know why. As soon as we got the Standing Stones, I got like a Harry Potter vibe to it. I was just like, oh my god, this is Harry Potter vibes.
The season 7 finale actually was. I think it was something of its own nature. Like, there's no references.
Her PG rating's been shot. Yeah, I got shot last time I had a live stream with friends.
But yeah,
I think it went from PG to 18 plus or PG 13.
But Cozy Glow was the character from Cats Don't Dance, but mostly Dolores Umbridge because she was so manipulative.
Yep.
I mean, I didn't want to feel bad for Mr. Chancellor Naysay. But in the end,
I remember finding out what was going to happen to him, and I was just like, no!
I mean, if you kind of, look at it, he was kind of the sort of good guy in this situation. He was just running the school. Like, he was kind of keeping the school under control until Cozy Glow basically, I mean, if it wasn't for T-Rex, she would have been able to do what she was going to do. But this is the first time we've actually ever had a foal or filly as a dang villain. That's the first time that's ever happened. And that face at the end, man, oh my god. That is just pure evil. Hey, neighbor, you want to be friends?
Let's see. She reminded me a little of Negan for some reason. No idea why. I wouldn't say she was like Negan from The Walking Dead. She would need a baseball bat.
But she was, yeah, I can't remember her name. Darla, oh man. Darla something. Dimple. Yeah, Darla Dimple from Cats Don't Dance. Look at her hairstyle. Look at her hairstyle.
Pretty sure Temple.
Look at her nasty freaking attitude. Like going from happy to pure evil in just one, like, bam. Like those, even look at the faces that she makes during the episode. Like, those are clear callbacks to freaking Cats Don't Dance. When the character gets mad, look at the faces that she makes. But I knew she was going to be trouble from the first. We knew she was trouble from the first time she showed up. Like, we knew something was up.
Yep.
Her behavior, her faces. Especially that one scene that Thomas always brings up in calls, where she's looking at the magic and whoosh, those eyes just turn to pure evil.
Dang!
I don't think that was intended, but yeah, it's very obvious.
Yeah.
But me and Mark looked up the meaning behind her key mark, which is a rook. That's what it's called on a chessboard. Which is a reference to someone who is very, manipulative, tricky, someone who can pull crap off. Especially in games. What they're going to be doing with Chrysalis, I have no idea.
Just don't reform her.
If they don't reform her, yay!
If they do.
But she's the first. But she's actually the first. She's the only, big villain left. So this final season is going to probably revolve around her as the villain.
Yeah.
Where they're going with this, I haven't. No clue. Some say that Grogar is going to return. Highly doubtful.
Yeah. Would be cool.
I mean, if you kind of look at his concept, yeah, he was pretty scary.
Yeah.
He was a necromancer. Blood for sacrifices, very evil, conjuring evil spirits, monsters. Like I thought that there was going to be like plot holes with the whole thing in Tartarus. I'm like, if they didn't shut that door, they just released all hell upon Equestria.
And I just looked up where the one film I want to watch again because it's actually really good. Strange Magic. I don't see why people hate that film. I get the plot's kind of cliched, but remember, it's a kids' film. Because we can't put many adult stuff in kids, because you know why? Because the parents go, you're scarring our kids for life.
They got away. Disney got away with so much crap that it's unbelievable.
Like, my little sister, she has seen a few episodes of The Simpsons, because there are sometimes we put on The Simpsons and turn off My Little Pony. And she actually doesn't mind. She says a few things, like she would say a few things, and I'm just sitting there like, oh God, shut up.
It's like MLP, yeah, it has its adult humor.
Yep.
Like look at the episode with Father Knows Beast. Okay.
Yeah.
The scene where freaking Starlight gets flung out of the castle in the bathtub. The bubbles are like going straight up her body and revealing her body as she's falling. I'm like, oh wow, that's an adult joke I've never seen one. It's a reference to Family Guy.
Yeah, I remember with this movie Strange Magic.
No.
I remember this movie Strange Magic.
Take a bath during Peter shenanigans.
I've not seen this movie in maybe a year, and I remember the first time I watched it. Like I know the actor who plays the villain. I mean, a few actors I know who play villains. I know them. My mom used to say when I watched that film, I would keep staring like this every time he started talking, and she's like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" And I'm just like, "What? He's got a good voice." That's my only excuse, and it's like, do you know the actor? Yes. Do you know where he's from? He's from Scotland. Is it James McAvoy? I wish. But no, it's Alan Cumming. He was in one of the Smurf films, I think. Playing the Smurf who is a Scot. That makes no sense!
Oh, what the? Oh, okay.
I do like the story. I know the story is kind of cliched, and they're those musical films where they use other songs instead of making their originals, but I know a few of the songs that are really good. I like the one where a fight goes on, and you got a duet coming in. And I'm like, holy crap, these actors are good at singing. But the one funny thing is, like, they have this love potion thing going on. So one time, one character accidentally has a love potion sprinkled onto her. She gets captured by the villain. She starts singing the same song, and it's really cringy and really, like, very childish-like. I'm thinking, yeah, I wouldn't accept anybody singing that.
Okay, Hydrazilla, the reason why they probably didn't put the Hydra in there is because if you look at how big it is, I don't think it could fit.
That's what she said.
Honesty, I don't think it could fit in a cage.
Oh. I like that Kixo, my friend Kixo, he gets disappointed that a jackal was originally supposed to be in the My Little Pony movie, but they switched with the Storm King instead.
Yeah, he was pretty terrifying.
It would have been nice if a jackal appeared. They're cool.
Okay, Devil Dog Leader, I have already reacted to that. I've got that set for, I think, Monday, so tomorrow.
Yeah.
I put it out for Monday.
And once again, with the movie Strange Magic, why is it characters that are going to be a couple at the end? Why must there be a fight scene, and that's the reason they fall in love, that sort of thing? I have not fallen in love with someone while in a fight. Okay, maybe a bickering session, but Not like that.
Okay, I need to get more coffee.
Well, I had coffee this morning.
Oh.
Okay. Meanie. Today is Saturday, isn't it? No, it's Sunday. Meanie. Meanie! Meanie. That's so mean. Okay, he's mean. But yeah, like I said, why why must there be a fight scene and that's when the characters fall in love? Like, why does that happen in so many films I've seen? Because I've never went through it. I don't take out a butcher knife and then someone else takes out a butcher knife and it's a fight. But bickering sessions don't count. Again, fun bickering sessions. With my other long distance relationships, bickering was not something that happened quite that often. There are a few friends I still bicker with, but they're not my type. But it's really funny. Then I guess the thrill of having a fight will still what makes you fall in love. And it sounds really 18 plus when I say that, but
Shoot.
Have a Red Bull? No, I'll take that. Red Bull, best racing team.
Sorry.
Red Bull, best racing team.
Look at that. Oh, Red Bull isn't my thing. Blech.
I don't like the drink, but I like the racing team. They're pretty good.
No, today is Sunday. Oh gosh, dang it.
So yeah, I always want. I do have to wonder: is it the thrill of fighting with someone make you fall in love or something? Cause I've never had that. I've never had a bickering session. Then it's like just like that. Then again, most the other relationships I've had, the bickering didn't start like that. We didn't start by bumping into each other. Then we start yelling at each other like, "Oh, really?
Dang it!
Oh, really? Do this?" The Red Bull gives you wings, though. Nah, he's not understood. Do not give me Red Bull. I do not want to be an alicorn.
Freaking cold.
There's way too many alicorn OCs I've been seeing, but there are a lot of people who always go on Twitter and say alicorn OCs suck, and I'm like, I'll just shut up then.
Who needs wings when you got telekinesis?
Yeah, telekinesis.
Ugh, jeez.
Let's see, screeching Hydra noises. I do not know what a Hydra sounds like when they screech. But yeah. And let's see. I don't know if I'm from this film again, like a Beauty and the Beast sort of thing, because there's that one part where a guy is in love with this girl. She goes with someone else, and then suddenly there's got to be a fight scene. Well, then again...
Romance wants to be a bat pony anyway.
No,
that'd be cool.
Heartbreak's a bat pony. Well, bat a corn, but that's different. She asked for it. And I don't mean ask for it as in she messed up and then that happened. But no, she actually requested it. She was like, I want to be immortal! Sort of thing. Except she's got no fangs. She kind of wants fangs, but since she wasn't born with them, she doesn't have... Like, if she was to bite someone, she's like, okay, if I have fangs right now, I will bite them. I'll bite them right now.
I'm really glad I don't live in Australia. Because I've seen some of the creatures from there that are... Yeah. Apparently they have venom that can kill you in like 15 minutes.
Stonefish.
No, thank you.
Yeah, stonefish are especially dangerous because you don't see them.
Spiders. alone. I've seen
Yeah.
what the size of the Sydney funnel web looks like. No, just no. Is this one from? Is this one from us? I'm pretty sure the Huntsman is from Australia. The one that's the size of a dinner plate.
Which huntsman?
The Huntsman spider.
Oh, I've never heard of that. I've heard of the funnel. I've heard
Look
of
it
the.
up. Look
heard
up how big these things are.
I've heard of the Sydney funnel spider. Yeah, they bite ya. You're done for.
They've got things that big. That's why. They're like an inch long.
Holy moly.
And they're aggressive, so they will bite. No matter what.
Even if you're just minding your own business, they're just gonna come up at you and just go, oh, hey, I'm not here for a reason, nom.
Yep, they're aggressive. They will bite you, no matter what.
Spiders are ugly. I don't think all spiders are that ugly. I'm fine with spiders. It's just I've had this before in my dorm. At one point I was just sitting at my computer. I saw something moving, floating even, right beside me. I turn my head. It's a tiny spider from a web, and I'm like, the heck?
Yeah.
I'm like, get up. I'm just like, get up, get up, get up.
But look up the size of a freaking huntsman. You want arachnophobia?
I'm never gonna go to Australia anyway.
These things are huge. They're the size of a dinner plate.
Yeah.
So we're talking that big.
I remember a friend of mine. He went to Australia. He had to drive a truck, like a sort of van or something. He claimed that a kangaroo came up and just punched the door. I'm like, just give the kangaroo some boxing gloves. And it's funny. I don't know why I find this funny when someone says a kangaroo kicked their car or they kicked the van, they kicked the truck. I'm like, I do not know why I find that funny.
It is funny.
But like the one thing you want to beware them on the road as well. Like especially in a truck, you hit a kangaroo on the road, it is gonna give you a lot of damage to the vehicle.
But believe it or not, the deadliest spider in the world is actually not located in Australia.
Huh.
It's located in Brazil.
What?
It's called the Brazilian wandering spider.
Okay, I'll look it up then.
These things are considered the deadliest because they've got a very potent venom that, yeah, it can kill you in less than 15 minutes.
Oh. So, a Sydney funnel spider, I think, will kill you in a few minutes.
Brazilian wandering spiders are very deadly because of their name, wandering spider. They don't just sit in a web, they wander. They're nomadic kind of spiders.
Oh, God.
They don't like to stay in one place, so they can end up in residential areas and like your food.
Do you have to just go to Brazil to have that happen, or is it all over the country?
I don't.
I swear, if it's not in just Brazil, I'm gonna go. Well, I'm done then.
I have watched videos on it. They're not located in Ireland.
Are they not located in England?
I don't know.
Let me see. Because if so, I'm gonna freak out and just go, screw it. Screw it, I'm moving to America. No, wait, never mind.
Well, funnel web spiders aren't ones that can end up in residential areas. They can if they wished, but they don't wander. They mostly stick to their webs, which are in the form of like a funnel. That's why they're called the funnel webs.
Yeah. Let's see, let's see, which countries can they be?
The funnel webs are dangerous because of their fangs. Their fangs are freaking an inch long, and the males are definitely more dangerous than the females because they carry the more potent venom.
I think I have to say the most dangerous animal I've ever held during a school trip was a snake. It wasn't I don't think it was a python. I think it was a python snake, like a small little python snake. Good thing that thing didn't wrap itself around my neck.
Pythons are actually not that deadly. They don't, unless they're like venomous. I don't think that pythons can kill you. It's boas that are the constrictors. Pythons have the tendency to do that, like the boa constrictor thing as well, but snakes don't scare me as much.
Let's see.
The
Fortunately,
deadliest one here is the Western Diamondback.
let's see. Fortunately, it is very rare to find Brazilian wandering spiders in the UK or anywhere outside their natural habitat in South America. That's not very fortunate.
Yeah, South America.
I'd rather have no spiders than have them rarely appear, to be honest.
There was only one that I was watching there was only one that I was watching that was found in the UK, but it wasn't a very common spider for to appear in West
what if I'm walking to my class or something and a bloody Brazilian wandering spider comes up to me like, surprise, motherfucker?
The thing is, they aren't like that. They naturally try to avoid humans. Most spiders are nocturnal.
That is why.
That means at night. That's why they say, check your boots. They aren't aggressive. Like, Brazilian wanderers are not actually that aggressive.
Oh my god.
They can be if they want to be, but I know the funnel web is a very aggressive spider. One of the most, they're not considered deadly, but they are still pretty nasty. Black widows. That is a very common one where I live. They're all over the place under my house. But rarely do you ever see them in your house.
Let's see, how just said like a boa constrictor. No, the snake I held wasn't really a boa constrictor. I think it was a python. I think it was like a yellow python snake. And I think it was like a small snake. And I'm not kidding. I had to have someone help me with the snake. It was like slithering around my hand and my shoulders. I was just like,
I think that's called a banana.
I know there's a Burmese. I know there's such thing as a Burmese snake. A yellow Burmese snake or something.
Yeah,
one of my cats was from there. One of my cats was from Burma.
And they're actually very invasive, meaning that they destroy the economy.
Let's see. Sparrow must be in Alabama. No, he doesn't have that accent.
You don't have that accent.
He doesn't have the Kentucky accent either. Similar thing.
No, black widows are very common where I live because they like to burrow underneath, they like to burrow in moist places, like under a house. And that's basically, I live in a long trailer, one of those long, trailers.
Oh yeah.
So anytime my dad goes under the house, he says he sees black widows like crazy. The thing about black widows is they're not aggressive. They try to avoid humans as much as possible.
Yeah.
And they say even a bite from one is sometimes not even injected with venom. Sometimes it's just a warning bite, like, hey, leave me alone or I'm going to inject you. Even then, black widows are not fatal to someone who's in good health like myself. Can actually run it. But if it's like a kid or an elderly person, yeah, then it's a little bit more dangerous.
I remember this used to happen a lot when I lived in Ireland. This has happened when I was little. I remember I used to get big spiders in my home when it was a bungalow. Darn things kept going into my bedroom, so every time I saw one, I would start freaking out and jump on everything.
Okay. I've seen black widows all over the place at my house. That is totally normal. The thing is, they're actually good to have. Now, if you see an egg sac, then they're not good to have. But the thing is, black widows are not an aggressive spider, and as long as you don't bother them, they shouldn't bother you. Yeah, they're not. The most I've seen in my house are these small little spiders. Probably just a common species. I have come across a trapdoor spider before, and oh my god. This sucker was after me. I tried to kill him. He didn't die. And then he was after me. He was actually running after me. I'm like, trapdoor spiders aren't aggressive. At least that's the last time I read a book. These are not aggressive spiders. But he was coming after me. Finally, I gave up and I ran. I'm like, you ain't getting me, you little sucker.
I remember, like, there's these one sort of creature, like, these are lizards, and some people seem to freak out about these, like, geckos. Some people freak out about
farmlands.
I remember when I used to go to Sri Lanka, I went to Sri Lanka twice on holidays, and every single room we went to, there was a gecko either in the corner of the door frame, nearly halfway into the door even, and then at the corner of my room. And from what I've heard, geckos don't have eyelids. That's why you don't see. Geckos do not have eyelids. They just stand like that, like not moving.
No, they have eyelids. They have eyelids.
I've actually encountered a gecko up close. Like at one point I was trying to draw something, like a gecko just crawled right onto the piece of paper right near my hand.
The thing is, they aren't deadly.
Yeah.
The only deadly lizard that I can think of, well, there's two of them, is one, the Gila monster, which is venomous. It can't kill you or anything, but it is a nasty freaking... Yeah, it's nasty. They normally try to stay away from humans, so they aren't aggressive by any means. Like, they normally keep to their business. The second is the Komodo dragon. I think that's the one that's the nasty.
Oh, Komodo dragons.
Yeah, Komodo dragons are nasty. I've heard they can kill you. I think there's something about them that makes them bad. I don't know exactly because I don't have to worry about them. The most I have to worry about probably is scorpions and black widows. And on some occasions, brown recluses.
What are those?
A brown recluse is not a nice spider. They're not aggressive or anything. They try mostly to avoid humans. But they are very notorious for their bite. Which can kill an elder or a kid, but they can't kill someone who's in good health. But they do have a nasty bite, depending on how much venom is injected. But they're not a very common spider in residentials, unless it's like underneath the house.
I've never had any insect except a wasp actually like sting me or bite me. I had a wasp sting me for no reason.
No, that was a velvet ant. I know what they look like.
Okay, this is what happened at one point. My mom and we just went on the train because we were going home. There was a wasp on my seat, like on the that sort of part of the seat.
Yeah, they're mean little buggers.
I didn't see the wasp. I didn't see the wasp. The wasp stung me, so I felt a pain in my back. Then it got really painful. I'm like, Mom, I think something's up with me. And then she's like, oh yeah, what is it? Ah! And she just smacked the wasp. But the wasp fell on the floor in 2 pieces.
Wow. But the thing about the brown recluse, okay, here's the difference. The decomposing of your flesh. This all depends on how your body reacts to the venom. If your body is very sensitive to them, yes, it can decompose your flesh unless you don't get the anti-venom into your, into your body in time. But the decomposing of flesh can only happen if your body reacts very badly to the venom. Now, if your body reacts very well to the venom, normally it just becomes a very red spot, and you just go to the doctor, get the anti-venom, and you're good.
Okay. I
talk very New Yorkish right there, you need to decompose into the flesh,
Okay. Wasp was not the only bug that's ever stung me or anything. I've had mosquitoes 100 times bite me, and it's very annoying and unpleasant. Okay, no, do not ever go to Europe, like the Netherlands or anything. Or I think in England you can't get mosquitoes. You can get crane flies that are big, that look like bigger version of mosquitoes, but they don't harm you. They're just annoying. When I lived in the Netherlands and I stayed there for a little bit, I could not sleep, even with anti-repellent for mosquitoes on me. The bloody things would come near my ear, go, and I was like whacking myself, like, get the off me.
We do this. Like, we do the same thing with gnats.
My head, like, I went with a crane fly. I had this when I was staying with family. I thought a mosquito got into my room, and it turned out it was just a crane fly coming at me, and I whacked myself in the face about 10 times. And I was like, screw it, I'm sleeping downstairs. I hate that crane flies look like a bigger version of mosquitoes. I get that they are supposed to capture mosquitoes, but stop looking like them because that freaks me out. I have mosquito phobia or something.
No, it's not Spider-Man related at all. Like, just from watching that channel, Brave Wilderness, I've learned a lot about insects. Like, most are just staying away from humans, and if you come across one, normally it's by complete accident. Like, I didn't know black widows, like, the first time they bite you, it's a warning bite. I thought when they bit you, they injected the venom. I didn't know that their venom, if you're in good health, couldn't kill you. I've been stung by an entire hive of, I believe it was hornets or wasps. I can't remember. I believe it was hornets, if I'm not mistaken. It was by complete accident, and I did not realize it. But it was too late by that time. I was like 6 or something like that when that happened, and oh, it was horrible. I remember just remember the buzzing, and then everything after that is just like a blur. Because it was just so much at once. I was going to like go down a slide into a swimming pool at one of my cousin's house, and yeah, didn't see it coming at all.
Oh yeah, I've actually
it
seen
hit faster than you could have imagined.
Oh yeah, and I have had.
I just remember being covered in mud because mud helps to keep the swelling down, and yeah, just screaming bloody murder. My dad coming out, and yeah, I was freaking lucky that I was going down to a pool because then they'll leave you alone.
Yeah. I have also seen
they were in my mouth. They had stung my tongue. They had stung the other areas. I was stung from head to toe.
Wow. I've also seen mosquitoes up close. Like I have gotten near a mosquito before. Like one point when I was living in the Netherlands, a mosquito landed in the complete daylight, landed on my near, and I'm like, it must be a spider or something. I go a bit up close, and you can see the wee thing it has that uses to nip you. I'm like,
rostrum.
I'm like, oh dear God, it's a mosquito. The mosquito then starts flying. I'm like, ah, I try not to be scared of mosquitoes, but I think I have mosquito phobia or something. Again, I think everybody has mosquito phobia except the wasps and the crane flies, because they're mostly like, just get out of here! Get out of here! It's all mosquito, spiders, and wasps, I think. Yeah, mosquitoes, spiders, wasps, crane flies, all in battle, and the mosquitoes die. Because there's 3 types of bugs going up to 1 type of bug.
I mean, there's 2 things here that can possibly kill you. And you have to be stung by the right species in order for it to kill you. Okay, first, well, actually, no, there's 3 things. 1, snakes, rattlesnakes. Rattlesnakes can kill you pretty quickly if you don't get to the hospital in time. Now, then there's scorpions, which, from thanks to Brave Wilderness, I've learned that bark scorpion is the most deadly species. The other ones are more just like a bee sting and just a little bit of swelling. Then there's these things called sand puppies. They may sound cute, but boy, oh boy, are they not a fun time. They hide beneath the sand, and if you step on one, they sting you, and I've never personally been hit by one, but apparently they say if you step on these things, they can kill you. They emit a venom that can kill you.
I mean, like the most dangerous creature I know in Australia is a stonefish. You're just walking along on the beach, minding your own business. You step on something, you're dead.
No, stonefish live in water, mostly.
Ah. Well, then again, you're trying to have a good time in the ocean, and a shark or a stonefish is coming at you.
Giant says, I have
Trash
never
was.
seen a, I have never seen a centipede here in my life. Well, actually, no, take that back. I've seen one while, like, doing work in the yard, like lifting rocks or something like that. But
Oh,
a
oh,
centipede
centipedes.
I've seen millipedes, I've seen centipedes, but I have never, I've never been antagonized by a centipede. So that means they're trying to get back to wherever they want to be. So that means they aren't interested in stinging you or
Hmm.
biting you. Sorry, giant desert centipedes bite. They don't stink. Like I said, Brave Wilderness. Brave Wilderness is a very good channel. If you ever want to learn anything about insects or animals in retrospect, you'll get a whole new respect for, things like that. You'll learn that some aren't out to sting you, but things like sending funnel web spiders. Yeah, you approach them, they're gonna bite you no matter what. They're aggressive.
um,
Yeah, that giant desert centipede episode with Brave Wilderness. Yeah, it was pretty nasty.
I've never encountered a centipede. I've seen pictures and videos, but I've never ever encountered a centipede.
Because here's the thing: this guy, the leader of the whole channel, one that gets bit and stung,
Mhm.
he has a high pain tolerance. Like he's never swore during being stung or bit, unbelievably. But that was the first time he ever had to cut the cameras and was squirming to the point where he almost cried.
Wow.
He had to go to the hospital because the venom from the giant desert centipede was too much. Me personally, I would never even want to come across one.
Let's see.
Like I live in desert, so yeah, there's a lot of threats out here, but I've only seen a scorpion twice in my entire time living here. I have seen snakes, but never rattlesnakes or anything like that in this area. I've only seen water snakes. They're harmless. I have been pooped on by one. Lovely. So must, basically, because it's a defense mechanism. The Brave Wilderness channel taught me more than biology books in high school. Yeah. I've seen so many comments on Brave Wilderness that he gets stung by the giant Japanese hornet. And yeah, I've heard that it can kill you. And I'm like, we're not trying to kill someone, guys. I mean, seriously. He's going to get stung by the executioner wasp, apparently, I think it's the 24th. And apparently, it's a new number one. And he was stung by the bullet ant, the insect with the highest painful sting in the world.
Oh, the bullet ants.
Yeah, those things, no, never.
Yeah. Being off topic, a lot of people say Zootopia. A lot of people are saying that Nick and Judy should be a couple, in the sequel, because it probably be mixed race relationships, because you know how not many people approve of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That should happen. I mean, I have never been in a mixed race relationship ever, but I don't mind them. People keep claiming, oh, this can happen when you have kids. This can happen, and I'm like, how about shut up and deal with it?
But the thing is, okay, when the guy got stung by the bullet ant, he placed it on his arm freely, and enclosed it so it couldn't go anywhere. And all that ant wanted to do was get away. It wasn't trying to sting him. So that shows they're not aggressive. They're just trying to get away. Now, if you get into a mound of them, yeah, then you're in trouble. I don't know if they can kill you, probably, if you're stung enough. But I couldn't amount to the pain that it would be. They call it a 24-hour sting because apparently it keeps going and going and going for 24 hours. Good Lord. Especially since these things are like an inch long. Actually, no, like an inch and a half long, and they are freaking scary looking. But that shows they're not out to sting you unless you antagonize them to sting you, which is what he had to do. But this one, the Executioner Wasp, I've never heard of it, so yeah. But it does look pretty freaking scary. Apparently, it's a new #1, so this must be more painful than the Bullet Ant, which is kind of scary to think about. But the giant Japanese hornet, never seen one. I've never heard of one. I don't know if they commonly sting you, if they're aggressive, if they just want to get away from you. It's like they say, bees alone, honeybees, killer bees, they will not. They are not out to sting you. They're just out to make pollen and bring it back to the hive. All they're doing is their job. Hornets and wasps, they're different. Hornets especially. Hornets are out to sting you, just to tick you off. They're not poisonous or anything, but they will. Well, venomous. They are not venomous. They are just out to sting you because, yeah, they're little buggers that just like to sting you.
Yeah.
They're not nice. So kill those suckers. They have no purpose to exist other than to sting you. Wasps are different. They basically have the same role as a bee, only they are kind of a mixture between a hornet and a bee. They are not aggressive unless you antagonize them. Other than that, they will not even bother you.
Yep.
The thing is, spiders are, as long as they're not aggressive, all they are doing is just evening out the insect kingdom. They are out to kill flies, other spiders, anything that gets in their web that they can handle.
Oh yeah, another
one
thing.
Spider I
Here's
never want to come across, probably Sydney funnelweb.
Another off topic. Okay, another off topic thing. If you ever encounter Heartbreak, do not ever call her a demon. She's already been called that a few times. So she's like, "What in the heck did you call me?" Seriously, she's not a demon.
Oh, Heartbreak, you're a demon.
Is it because she has the red and the Celegra, like the white part of the eye? If it's that,
no, her horns.
She's gotta get a fun. Her fiance has the same thing, and no one cares. It's always her who gets it. That just sounds so sad. I feel sorry for her.
Giant Weddas. Okay, never heard about those. Like, I've been stung by a dead bee before. But that's because when a bee dies, their stinger is still active. Yeah, fun. But how that happens mostly is you step on one barefoot, and it's in like grass or something like that, and you don't see it, and yeah. It hurts, but bees can't kill you unless you're stung by a whole hive. Then you're in trouble. Thing is, I never got any like permanent scarring from all those stings. And that was hornets. So they stung over and over and over and over again.
Hornets.
Like, hornets aren't fun. They're little buggers that are just out stinging you for fun.
So guys, a very off-topic thing. I do not know when I'm going to get this next short story out on Heartbreak's origin. I do not know when I'm going to get it out. I'm almost to the part where I actually buy the choker and then read the inscription, and she's actually released. There is going to be a story explaining why she's not as evil. Like, people get really confused and annoyed that she's not evil as expected. There's a reason, and that's going to be explained in another fic. Because if she was bought by a pony who's evil, she would have done it. But with a pony of good spirit, nope, that didn't work. I can imagine a meanwhile. I can imagine a meanwhile sort of scene where the sorcerer who actually created her is pretty much like, ah, damn it! Crap, it's wrong Sort of pony. Oh god, I should have expected that.
And I'm kind of glad I don't know what a giant what that is.
Me neither. I have no idea.
The most common thing around here, and they're harmless. Lizards.
Eyes.
Lizards. Lizards are harmless. They're cool to watch. They're cool to catch if you can catch them.
Yeah.
They will bite if you give them the chance to, but they are not aggressive little bugger. They're not aggressive. They try to stay away from you. We call them blue bellies because, well, blue-bellied racers. That's what they're called because they've got these blue stripes on their belly and they are fast. Like if you don't get them on the first try, you're done. I have never seen any other kind of lizard species out here other than those. There's blue-bellied racers, and there's ones with no stripes on the bottom, so they're probably just lizards. But they are not out to harm you or anything like that. They are just out to bask in the sun. There's nothing like, well, not that I've seen. I've never seen like, what are they? Oh God, horny-toed lizards or something like that. Horny lizard, like the horned lizards. I've never seen those. I've never seen like any other kind of insect species like that out here. I don't think they are. Garden snakes are harmless. They won't hurt you. My sister's terrified of snakes, not me. Unless it's a rattlesnake or something like that, then I'm scared because I know that they're dangerous.
I am not even that scared of snakes. The only bugs I'm even scared of are wasps, mosquitoes, sometimes big spiders. It's just tiny spiders I'm fine. Tiny spiders I'm fine with, because if I see a tiny spider like at the corner of my room or something, I'm like, it's just a tiny spider. It's just a baby spider.
Tabitha St. Germain loves spiders. She had one in her kitchen that she named, oh God, can't remember its name, but she let it live in her kitchen.
No.
Horny-toed lizards, yeah, they can shoot blood out of their eyes, but they don't normally do it against humans. They're harmless little things. I mean, they look intimidating, but they're harmless. They're slow. They're just out to bask in the sun. Now, scorpions are not very common around here. I bet if you go out at night and have a black light, then you'd see them. But lizards are very common out here. Very common. Another thing that's very common, but you have to look in the right place, praying mantises.
Oh, them.
They can be mean, but normally they're not very mean. They're actually pretty cool. I actually like praying mantises. They're cool looking creatures, in my opinion. They're also very, very lethal in their, life. Like the way that they hunt and all that stuff. Yeah, they're pretty aggressive creatures, but they're pretty cool. But they are cool looking, and you don't see them very often here. You have to look in the right spot, and you can find them everywhere. But they're not very commonly seen. Poison dart frogs are not common around here at all. They mostly bask in rainforests. Poison dart frogs are only lethal if you eat them. Although, after holding a frog or anything like that, a toad, wash your freaking hands.
Rush, you're done for.
Hummingbirds are very common during the summer. They're cool. Praying mantises are cool, though.
Yeah, I've seen them before. They're really cool.
They're not out to hurt you. They're not out to hurt anybody, even though they can hurt. Like, if you put, they pinch, but they normally don't, bite or anything like that if you don't antagonize them too much. Like, you just hold them and just, slowly guide them on your hand. They don't hurt you. They're just there to just hang out.
Yep.
They're not aggressive by any means. They're just out to do what they want to do.
Yep.
And boy, do they camouflage well, because my dad released one into a tree, then we went back to see where he was. Holy crap, was he camouflaged good. You couldn't see him at all. Like, if you looked twice, if you didn't look like twice, you would think he was a branch.
Chameleons are pretty cool.
Those aren't common here at all. It's too hot. But the species that we got living across the street is those freaking prairie dogs. And they are very, very pest. They're pests. Oddly, vultures are common where I live. Freaking huge birds. Oh, we had one. Was that last year? I think that was last year. Or this year. They're not common anywhere. They're not common here that much, but they saw a dead prairie dog in our field, and they came down and fed on it. And we're like, whoa, it's a vulture. They are ugly birds.
They're cool.
They are ugly.
Like, birds of prey are very rare in Ireland, and I think one time, my mom and I actually saw a bird of prey. Like an eagle. Really cool. And when I was 13, up until I was 14, I used to work with animals. We had buzzards. We had a few buzzards in cage, and yeah, you had to be very experienced with them to actually feed them. They were cool though, and they would not shut up. They're always going rack, rack all the time. And I'm just thinking,
I was being preyed upon by a bird. I was down helping my dad in a chicken coop, and all of a sudden it's this big shadow form right down on me, and I look up, there's this freaking bird coming down to snatch me up. I'm like, oh my god. So I ran into the closest building that I could. I'm like, what the heck? What? Did you think I was a freaking chicken or something? Are you blind? I am finally a cadet. What the?
Oh.
Condors are bigger than vultures, from what I understand. I don't think I've ever seen a condor.
Me neither.
I've seen golden eagles all over the place. Bald eagles, of course, they're endangered, so of course you don't see those. But vultures are ugly freaking birds. Like, they've got a very bald head, and but where I live, it's common to have wildlife in your yard.
Yeah.
Especially deer.
I remember when I used to live in Ireland, we didn't get many birds in our garden. We always got like typical birds, like a blackbird. I'm not dropping a name of a brony I've heard of. He's also called Blackbird. A blackbird. Well, we never had sparrow. We didn't have sparrows in our garden, I don't think. We had magpies or something? Oh, for the love of...
Magpies are very common here. And I don't mean magpie pony.
I'm talking about actual magpie. Do I know that have names of birds? Let's see. Sparrow, magpie, blackbird. Kill me.
I'm sure there's a robin.
I think there were robins as well. Robins we rarely saw them, but they were really adorable. They're such cute birdies.
Grackles are hideous. Never heard of it. Hawks, yeah, very common.
Let me see what this.
Hawks are very common here. Very, very common. Crows, ravens, yeah, very common.
Okay, I don't know if it's just me, like the person who says I'm finally a cadet. I'm getting like, I hope that's no one. I don't hope that's not a guy that knew me in high school, because at one point I had a stream. A guy that I knew in high school actually commented on it. It was like, oh, hey, how's he doing? I'm like, you do realize we broke up last year, right? Don't ask me about him. Because...
Like a crow, but it has light eyes.
But then again,
interesting.
But then again, this ex-boyfriend wasn't the worst ex, but I've had people mention him to me, and I'm like, does it really look like I care? I give that, does it look like I care? Like my sorry excuse of a dad mentioned him one time, where he tried to send me an email and he's like, "Oh, hey, I saw him in town. He seemed pretty fine." And I'm like, he was not fine when a girl he liked refused to meet up with him. You know, for good reason, because he's not a nice guy.
I mean, I have sparrows in my yard every day, every morning.
Is that why your nickname is Sparrow?
Nope. Comes from a Yu-Gi-Oh character.
Ah.
Well, one of my OC characters.
Oh yeah, who wants to see a picture of a cute kitty? Cute cat one of my mom's boyfriend has. The heck is up with the lighting?
I don't know.
Is it because oh wait, let me try and get the picture up on. Yes. It's all the way down. Aw, she's so cute.
Meow.
That's the one cat that I used to rarely see because she was always outside. Oh, you know what she did to me? I tried to get a second picture of her, and I'm trying to boop her on the nose. Like, first time I booped her on the nose, it was a success. I tried it for the 5th time. While I still had my phone up, she smacked my hand, making me drop my phone.
I mean, mostly
she was like, "Don't come near me with the phone."
I mean, mostly the birds that we have in our yard every day are robins, sparrows, and oh god, there's another one, but I can't remember its name. Oh
no. Let's see. Hi, Sparrow. Glad Writer got that arrow out of you. That happened a long time ago. We still gotta get the one where he puts an arrow in my head. It's not funny.
And anytime you go to like the big city where that's the capital of my state,
you see pigeons.
No, magpies. They are very, very common everywhere you look.
Magpies are so adorable.
They're not pests by any means.
Let's see. Excuse me.
But you see eagles, oh no, hedge quills or something like that. I can't remember what they're called. Never mind the washer.
I didn't hear anything. You must be crazy.
Got to go. Au revoir.
I think you mean au revoir.
Au revoir.
And I took
I'm
French.
sorry.
And
I don't speak French.
Hey, I took French. I took like 2 French classes in high school. One was a teacher that I disliked. I think she disliked me. Because every time I had my hand up first, and she knew I had my hand up first, she would instantly go to the person without their hand up.
You seriously can't hear that?
Dude, you must be crazy because I don't.
Let me get you a little closer. Hear it now?
No. You're crazy, dude.
It's the washer. It always makes a lot of ruckus. Excuse me. How long have we been talking?
I don't know. Maybe 2 hours? I don't know. Again, time goes so fast, doesn't it?
2? Oh, wow. 2 hours?
Well, time does go fast, doesn't it? What the heck's with my voice? I'm not trying to put a seductive voice on. If Danger was here, he'd be scarred for life by now. Again. I almost feel sorry for him. Almost. Because the last time I did it was, I think, the follow-up stream. He had the same reaction to the first time. Have you seen or heard a whippoorwill? No.
I know a little girl who swallowed a spider.
I know a little girl. La 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 la. So many messages going about. Gotta do it on my phone because I can't be bothered doing it on my computer. La 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 la. Which image do I send? This one?
Okay, third cup. It's a bird.
Okay, my friend Robert, who asking me about something? Robert,
Ask Sparrow that question he might have. What?
What? I don't see the message, so I don't know.
Wait, what? Have you seen or heard a whippoorwill?
Sipperwill?
Whippoorwill.
I don't know. It's a bird. Really? Because he's called Sparrow. With an arrow? I had to say it.
I don't think so. I know I've heard of the bird before. I may have heard it before, but could I identify the species?
Tweet,
Probably
tweet,
not.
tweet. It's like Twitter. Tweet!
Zipperwill has one of the most unique accents in the show.
I forgot what type of accent it's supposed to be. Like Southern American? A little bit?
Come on, puppy.
I remember when I've said this a few times. Every time I try baby talk, I swear I sound like Zipperwill a little bit.
My puppy don't love me anymore. She's got like the Wild Ponies kind of accent.
Okay,
because they have a mixture of like a Russian, Australian.
I think Russian.
Like Brazilian. They got a mixture of like 3 accents.
Let me try Zipperwill's voice, huh? It's my puppy, Ripley. We used to be so close. Now it's like he doesn't love me anymore.
Well, then I know who to go to for Zipperwill. If I ever need one.
Sugar.
I don't think I'll ever need one, but you never know.
Yeah.
But I looked up some stories last night, and yeah, found some really good ones.
Yeah.
Even though one is going to be a real toughie. But it's a really interesting one. It's based off of what's his name? Shoot. I almost said Lovegood. Oh man. Shoot. What is his name?
Who?
Oh my god. Are you serious? I can't remember his name at the moment.
Who?
He's kind of like Stephen King, only a little bit more bizarre.
I have no idea.
Oh, come on.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Something heart.
Sprout, do you take content review requests? He doesn't do reviews.
I'm not really a reviewer. It's not my thing.
I mean, I don't know why I do reviewing. Even
oh my god, this is gonna drive me crazy.
I don't know why I do reviews anyway. Then again, the only negative thing about reviewing for me is I have a hard time saying something pretty negative.
I don't.
Because usually I'm like, okay, I know this is something everybody likes, and I'm gonna get a mob after me. Like as soon as the review with my friend Lefty pops up and we get released on his channel, and I say I hate the episode, I know there's gonna be a lynch mob after me at that point.
Don't bother me.
Like the only thing I ever do in that review is like smack my head against the wall and just go, "When is this over? When is this over? What are you smacking your head for?" I wanted to do that the first time I watched the episode. Why? I was bored and I knew what was gonna happen.
Stop.
Can we keep the chat PG, please? Because it might be I might have like 12-year-old viewers or 15 or 14 popping up soon.
Why?
Because I don't get that question, and it's not really appropriate.
Why?
It's not really appropriate, so.
Jeez. 24.
And I know I said sometimes
I might have to check AdSense on that part.
And I know I said maybe I'll have 18 plus content at some point, but not that.
Okay. Still can't figure this gosh dang name.
Oh, I don't know what it is.
Oh my goodness, really? I'm gonna have to save that one to my favorites. That one's getting really good. It's older, but still, it's never gotten a reading, so.
Let's see. I still know what the word is, even though you don't say. I don't know. Don't ask us. We don't know.
Hang on, I'm finding it.
Just go ask.
It is. It's based off of like the style of H.P. Lovecraft. I knew it was love something.
Name sounds familiar.
Lovecraft.
The name sounds familiar, but I don't know where.
He's like Stephen King, only way more bizarre.
Huh.
Way more bizarre. Like the story is called The 13th Hour, and it's really cool. Like this is actually a really something that could possibly exist.
Huh.
If you kind of think of it. It's also kind of freaking spooky.
Yeah.
From Starlight's point of view, and it's very, very cool how it's done. I mean, I'd love to get a voice actor to do like the thing, but thing is that is so much to do, and I really don't want to put that much pressure.
Let's see what the next question was. Let's see what the next question is. How to tell your parents you're a furry? I'm not one, so I don't know. I have a few friends who are, and they've completely come to their parents or friends just to say they are, and I don't mind. I don't mind them being that way. Oh well.
Whoa, what the heck?
Yeah, so we don't get those sort of questions in the chat or anything, because then I'm probably going to have a few younger viewers ask me, what was that question about? What was that question about? And I'm like, look, don't ask me.
Who the heck is Deanne?
Oh, yeah.
How I look at it is basically you're confessing just how you would tell your parents you're a brony. Even though for me, how my parents found out was they just caught me in the act.
When I remember drawing, I was trying to draw something for My Little Pony at one point. My mom's like, huh, that's actually a really nice drawing. And I'm like, Mom, I'm into My Little Pony. That's how that went down. My parents would just shrug their shoulders off. They just shrugged it off like, nah, whatever.
Vince isn't making any sense.
How to tell your parents they're adopted. Wouldn't the parents know anyway? Like, your parents would know if you're adopted or not. Sometimes they just don't tell you, but I don't know why. Okay, though, dog, we get it. We get it. We don't infuriate you that much. It's okay. Just not sure what it symbolizes.
What the heck was that?
What?
I heard something like.
That was me, you idiot.
Sound like a car.
How to tell? I do watch racing. How to tell your parents you play Roblox?
What's wrong with that?
I've never played it.
It's an app. I don't care. It's a free open app. What's wrong with that?
I've heard of it, but I've never used it.
Neither have I. I know it's like a.
I mean.
It's a lot like Minecraft. It's a lot like Minecraft. Kind of the same
Let's
deal.
see. Let me try to get fast track. I mean,
World.
noir track. What's up, dude?
A lot of animal education.
I know you're keeping that name until October.
Oh, that guy.
He's supposed to be the very 1930s, and it's really funny. And shh. Now we know what the name means. Back it away. Retract the comment.
It's okay. It's not bugging me.
Mommy, it doesn't. But how to get free? I do not know what these questions are.
Devil Dog, don't let him bother you.
Yeah.
I put him in his place the other day.
Let's see, who's this fast track guy? Just some guy I know. That's all.
I basically put the guy in question in his place the other day. He had no comeback. Instead, he called me an egotistical B word. Not BITCH, but BASTARD.
Okay, well, I think we're not going to talk drama in here.
That one. I'm not talking drama.
Yeah, but it's just, we don't want to get controversy, because last time we did it, we got a lot of controversy.
The only ones to throw controversy, go ahead.
But to me, when it comes to me with controversy, it's always stuff making it worse.
This isn't anything on you, so you don't have anything to worry about.
It's normally anything I say, do I get it? Like, it has to be built up to be much worse.
Okay.
And I'm just thinking, is someone deaf? I was not the one who started it. Let's see, how to tell your parents you're the fastest man alive, but you're really not, but like you want to scrap them. Like, I do not know anymore. I think my life just went to hell. That's not a bad word, because there's a location called that. Alright, let's see. Let's see. What happened? There, I guess. 300 seconds!
It's in the Bible, so it doesn't really matter. It's like I was reading Thomas a few passages from Revelations the other day. And I remembered why that's the scariest story I've probably ever written. What? That's probably the scariest story I've ever, read, because it's, pretty yuck.
And done.
It's R-rated. There's a lot of R-rated stuff in the Bible.
Okay, let's see. Did someone contact me on Skype? No, it's Twitter. No, someone contact me on Twitter. Okay. I swear, if it's something I don't want to hear, seriously.
Wait, what's going on?
I don't know. It's one person I've been hearing is causing a bit of mischief with someone, but that's just it. And I say mischief because I don't know if it's serious.
It's a Cutie Mark seance. What are you talking about?
Cutie Mark seance! What?
So, what are you talking about? Cutie Mark seance? How does this have to do with anything? Oh, I know what you're talking about. You sent me a comment saying that Abaddon was actually located in a verse in the Bible, in Revelations, and yeah, he is. He's supposedly the spirit of the abyss. He rose up from the abyss as a spirit or demon. I don't know. It doesn't say. It doesn't say anything else about. It doesn't say anything else in the Bible or in Revelations, other than that he was like something to do with the. Let's see if I can't find it again. Frick, what thing was it? What verse? It's like chapter 9, verse 11, I believe.
Okay, now someone wanted to ask me something on Twitter, but I've given them stuff that they shouldn't be asking.
There it is. Chapter 9, verse 11. They had as king over them the angel of the abyss, whose name in Hebrew is Abaddon, and in Greek, Apollyon. And at the bottom of it says, Abaddon and Apollyon mean destroyer. So basically, destroyer of worlds. So basically, one of Satan's what would you call them? Children, I guess. But he rose from the abyss. One rose from the sea. One rose from hell itself.
And let's see, and Noir Track, you're pretty funny. Well, usually is.
Wait, what? Talking about a bestseller? I've heard that's a really good bestseller on Amazon. Yeah, probably. Because there's a lot of, religious people.
Okay, I just told the person that what stuff I don't want to get asked about, and they're like, I never said that. I'm just saying I want to ask you something. I'm like, I was just saying what I don't want to be asked about. Thank you.
Please and thank you.
Because I got my precautions. I got the precautions when it comes to someone saying, hey, romance, can I ask you something? And I'm like, 3 things you do not ask me about. Thanks. I ain't gonna put up with it.
That's also kind of creepy that in Revelations, it's in chapter 9, verse 11. Wow. I don't know if that's like philosophical crap, but yeah, that's kind of spooky. 9:11.
Let's see. Okay. See what that setting is on YouTube.
Yeah, I went to a youth group, so I kind of know how to find some stuff in the Bible. I know some stuff from the Bible, but not that much. Like I started reading Genesis, and yeah, I got bored. So I moved on to something else. Revelations is definitely the scariest, though, because it tells about a dream one of, the apostles had. Can't remember which one, John, I believe, has a dream about the end of the world. The fall of Babylon, which is kind of like the New York City of our world. It was a dream / vision.
Wow.
The thing is, when I've read that story, I thought Abaddon was just like a name that the author came up with. I did not actually think it was an actual, demon or the form of a demon.
Okay, the person's also like, okay, look, someone just mentioned me in something. I think they're holding back against and some of me. I'm like, don't get me involved. Thank you. Because I'm not gonna do confrontation and just go, oh hey, you've been mentioning someone here. Yeah, you got a reason? I'm just like, nope, no. Because every time I hear something like, oh, someone mentioned me, but I think they're holding back on what they say, what they want to say to me, I'm like, I know where this is going.
I also listened to that music thing that Lost released, the Blood on My Bow.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't quite understand it because I know it's referencing to a puppeteer fame. Mm. I've never read that story because good grief, is it long? And apparently in it she kills Final along with some other random mare. I guess that her instrument was cursed. Like her shoot, what's it called? Seriously? I can't think of what that giant thing is called. What's it freaking called? What is that instrument called? Oh my gosh. Are you kidding right now?
Oh boy, do I have to get this question now? Did you block? Okay, you blocked someone. Do you have a reason? I'll be like, do I have to give a reason now? It's a simple reason. Trust has been lost. No pun intended.
I can't think of what it's called right now. Crap.
Well, then again, when I block someone, it's always that I don't trust them anymore. I have my reasons, I just won't say them.
The reason I normally block somebody is because it's someone I don't want to talk to. Someone I don't want to even be associated with.
Yeah, usually for me, it's like, okay, I don't trust someone for reasons I'm not going to publicly say. That's the entire explanation. If they're going to ask me, like, yeah, why?
Right now?
I'm like, yeah, why? I'm like, why don't you ask two of my friends? They know it.
I cannot believe I cannot remember this, but what instrument does Octavia play?
Cello?
Cello. Yeah, cello. That's what I was looking for. I thought that in the story she had a cursed cello with like a dark past, and the curse of it, basically whoever plays it is, influenced to kill the ones they love. Like something like that. That's what I thought a puppeteer fame was about.
Okay. If the story was like something about a red cello, I'll be like, so it's not a red violin like this story is referencing. It's a red cello. Well,
but apparently that is actually not the case. Apparently, there's a lot more to the story, and I can understand because almost every freaking chapter is like 10,000 words long. Jesus criminy.
Yeah, I remember there's a film called The Red Violin.
And I don't trust the Ouija boards, period.
The reason why it's colored red is kind of disturbing, but kind of sad. Because basically, there's this guy who made violins. He was making a violin. His wife was going to have a child, but she was told by like a psychic or something with like the cards and just like, okay, yeah, as soon as you give birth to your child, you're both going to die, sort of thing. They both die. He uses their blood. Like, he uses their blood to make the violin red. That's kind of tragic and kind of sad. That's tragic, sad, and disturbing.
No, stop. Seriously, that reminds me of Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary, because the reason she was called Bloody Mary was because she bathed in the blood of her victims. Good grief. Ugh. How did she get away with what she got away with for so long? Because people were stupid.
Eh.
I'm never going near an Ouija board because I know how evil they are. I know how notorious they are for summoning demons rather than the people that you're actually looking forward to talking to. They use it as a gateway. But in all honesty, I did actually not know that Abaddon was a real thing in the Bible. I thought it was just a random demon. Like just a random demon name. What is going on out there?
Is your niece going possessed now?
I don't know.
She must be. I mean, she's crazy, isn't she?
Very.
Yep, there we go. Your niece, I think your niece just got possessed. By the crazy bug.
Compels you.
Which is her favorite pony? Does she have a favorite pony on My Little Pony?
I don't think so.
Just bring out the main 6 and just go with the main 6 compels you.
Because we all have a pony she has a pony that represents all of us. I'm Rainbow Dash, she's Twilight, and good grief, is she just like her? She's very smart. My dad is Applejack. Like, she picked us to a T. My dad is a hard worker, so Applejack. My mom's the fun one, Pinkie Pie. My sister is the one who can't freaking break a nail without freaking going all over drastic, so that's Rarity. Her father is the only one who really doesn't match Fluttershy. Am I missing one? Nope, I'm not. Oh, and her sister is Lyra. She could not have chosen her any better. This was before she was born that she chose that one for her. Handy. She's very handy. She likes to use her hands a lot. I'm like, how did you choose her so freaking well? I swear. Wait, what's going on here? Brings me to the song Mary, Mary, Quite Contrary. That's why I added the main course to my story, the T Family Curse. I have never heard about this.
Okay, guys, sorry if I look kind of ticked off. That's just.
What?
No, I'm being asked stuff, and I'm like, did I just say no mentioning that? Now they're just asking me. Now they're asking me, why'd you block this person? What was the reason to get insulted in the first place? And I'm like, I don't know.
Is that any of their business?
Well, they are part of the group, so.
But still, is that any of their business?
Well, if they hadn't seen what I was mentioning to them, then they're kind of blind then. And also, good cause. No, you banned the person, then you let them back in. That's not a good cause.
I've heard of Mary, Mary, Quite Contrary, but I've never really done any heavy research into Bloody Mary, except for the urban legend. I know the urban legend is stand in front of a mirror with a candle in the dark, say her name 3 times, she appears, which is bullcrap.
I think I'm gonna end the stream right here.
Yeah, that.
Now my mood's gone south.
You've been on for about 2.5 hours, I think.
So that's the end of this stream. See y'all next time.
Random live stream.
Yep, random. So see y'all next time, and we're out.